You've got to calm down, Jules.
Stay back! I'll bite you!
Calm down, we're here to help.
We've spoken to your doctor, Jules. He says you're gonna die.
You need to learn to love.
I feel all warm inside. Like my tummy's made of hot water bottles and soup. It feels really strange. Hello all of you precious cherry blossoms out there. Thank you for joining me today on another not list here on WhatCulture.com. Now normally I would blow my gasket out of my arse with a raging ramble on things that I hate about the video game industry, but well, for some reason, I just don't feel the same anger today. So you know what? Seeing as today is February the 14th, the day of corporate mandated love, let's flip this format on its head and talk about things that don't suck. Anyway, today, let's share the love with those closest to us. And I know exactly the topic to do so, as I'm Jules, this is WhatCulture.com, and these sidekicks don't suck. Well, let's kick things off proper with one of the all-time greats, Miles Tails Prower from the Sonic franchise. Pretty much the definition of a great sidekick, right? From the moment that he squeezed his way into the opening splash for Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Tails has been a mainstay of the series ever since, helping out the Blue Blur with his technical know-how, endless optimism, and his amazing ability to carry Sonic over chasms and gaps that he previously couldn't with his twin tails. Plus, thanks to his inclusion, you could pass the controller to a mate and play through the game together. Utter bliss, am I right? In fact, you could say that it was nice. Well, I mean, that was, unless you were playing the bonus stages in which he would just keep smashing his way into the spiked bombs like a thick idiot all the bloody time, or the moments where you'd run ahead and you just hear him die off screen because he bloody well couldn't keep up. I mean, sure, Tails is pretty much the definition of a lackey, following you around and doing literally all the heavy lifting that you literally can't be bothered to do. And yes, his levels in Sonic Adventure 2 were tinnitus-inducing because his walking mech just whined on like a comment series, failing to grasp that this is not a regular list format. And yeah, I guess the voice is incredibly grating too, even in a sea of god-awful voice acting that makes up the Sonic franchise. And you've got to admit that he's a bit of a downtrodden goon by Sonic, even going so far to have his name on Tails' plane. I mean, come on, bruv. Stand up for yourself. But apart from that, he's absolutely great. And I mean, when you look at Tails alongside the rest of Sonic's Z-list celebrity mates, he definitely stands out. I mean, yes, Knuckles will always be much, much cooler than him, but at least he's better than Charmy Bee or Cream the Rabbit, which sounds like a terrible yiffing video that I should not be searching for at work. In fact, she's probably only remembered because her little mate called Cheese is more popular than her, so that makes her a sidekick that's actually outshone by her own sidekick. How the hell does that work? But you know what? Tails is better than all of them, and especially Big the f***ing cat, who in all honesty can take his frog mate and f*** off down to the deep end of the pool and bloody drown. I hate his voice, I hate his design, I hate his levels, I hate him so much. And you want to know why? Because he's a thick, gammon-brained twat who can't keep a grip on reality, let alone his goddamn frog. While other characters are trying to save the world with speed, skill, and style, this meat blimp decides that fishing is the best use of his time, and the controls are as unappealing as eating a bowl of wet bread. And I am not a water-dwelling fowl. I do not like the damn dough. So yeah, in comparison to these f***os, Tails, he's alright. Preston is just Just the bee's knees, isn't he? A friendly face in a very unfriendly wasteland that is always on hand to chime on with advice about protecting settlements and making sure you're bringing order to the lawless and protecting settlements and spreading the good word of the Minutemen and protecting settlements. But you know what you should be doing? Is actually protecting these settlements. They're literally under attack, and all the hard work that you've put in to actually try to establish some decency in the world is actually being threatened. So you know what, Mr. Preston, good on you. I tell you what, he's like Navi from Ocarina of Time. Sure, he might be a little incessant with his cries for attention like a Tamagotchi stuck in a drawer. Shout out to my oldies who remember them. But you know what? It's for your own good, as both of these sidekicks are just trying to help. He's also a bit like Otis from Dead Rising. Yes, he could pick a better time to call you about settlements, like Otis could in theory read the f***ing room and not bother you when you're knee-deep in ankle biters. But again, he's just trying to help. He just wants to let you know that people need saving, just like Preston Garvey. And you know who else who knows a lot about saving people? Slippy Toad from Star Fox. Don't let the fact that his own Wikipedia page notes that the reception to Slippy by fans and critics has been overwhelmingly negative. This guy is a sweetheart who uses his mechanical skills to aid his friends on the Star Fox team. It's that same commitment to helping people that he shares with Preston Garvey. And while I reckon that Preston probably could fly better than Slippy, what with all the trouble that he seems to get himself into, it's the strength of heart that is commendable. So what I'm trying to say is that Preston Garvey is kind of like Navi from Ocarina of Time, Otis from Dead Rising, and Slippy Toad from Star Fox all rolled together. And how could that possibly be a bad thing? Oh Christ. So let me ask you something. Do you like your sidekicks to be pocket-sized and full of punchlines and likely molt enough fur that you'll likely be gagging like they plop their furry little hole in your mouth all the time? Of course you do! And that's why everyone loved Daxter from Jak and Daxter. Everyone. I mean, just look at this artwork. How could you not love this little Aggie furball who sounds like puberty being dragged over a bed of nails? He's great! And it totally wasn't annoying to hear him riff some Tesco brand comedy every time you died in the original game. No, not at all. Because when I've bitten the big one, I really want my best mate to try out some improv rather than go find some medical assistance.
Rich, help, I've been stabbed. Please, get medical assistance.
Do you want to hear a joke?
No!
Knock knock.
You see, Daxter is actually a great sidekick because while he does kickstart all of the events of the first game by being an utter weeping chode, he actually serves as a truly fascinating example of character design. Because you see what he is, it's actually a look back to the past of what creators of the 90s considered rad. I mean, let's just appreciate this design. The fingerless gloves, the aviator goggles, the fact that sometimes he wore shorts and sometimes he didn't. Clearly, he was a fan of John Cena, and we all love John Cena, right? All he needs now is a backwards cap, and he'd be radder than a rad roach getting rad air, and that is pretty rad, my fellow kids. So yeah, if you've ever wanted to see the early 90s showcased in a game that came out in 2001, you can do no better than this. And to be honest, his PSP game was actually pretty decent as well. That's a genuine compliment, that. Okay, so I know that I gave out a lot about Roman Bellend, Bellic, on a previous episode of These Things Suck, but after taking some time to really look at the character and his development in Grand Theft Auto 4, after taking some time to live in his shoes, and forcefully being made to love everything all of a sudden for some strange reason, I have to admit, he's not all that bad. After all, he's the one who, Sorry. Hello, dial a dickhead. Oh, Roman, I'm actually just talking about you to the audience. Yeah, I'm filming at the moment. Do you mind if I call you back in a bit? Okay, yeah, bye. Sorry about that. Nice guy, though. In fact, it's actually his kindness that affords Nico a place to live at the start of GTA 4, and that is something to be commended. Sorry. Hello, dialer dickhead. No, Roman, it's still going on, mate. No, I've got to finish this. Yeah. No, I will, don't worry, I will call you right back. Okay, bye. Oh, sorry about that, he's a persistent little fellow, isn't he? So anyway, Roman is such a sweet guy. All he wants to do is hang out with his cousin because he's not seen him in years and he just wants to help him settle. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Yeah. Oh God, he's gonna blow! Yes, I know it's you, Roman. I don't want to go bowling. F off. If I could, I would rip your head off, stick my fingers into your eyes, and use your skull as a bowling ball. Your voice makes my ass bleed, and you look like a sack of flour that has had the shit kicked out of it, you bloated sack of piss. Good day. And there we have it. The natural order has been restored. My blood is fizzing like it's made of Diet Coke and Mentos, and I feel powerful, yeah! But there has been a lesson learned along the way. That being that I am eternally grateful to you all for watching this series, for making it successful, and for helping me get something more personal out here on the WhatCulture channel. I love each and every one of you for that. And so, as thanks, I want to share something with you. That being all of the amazing artwork that you did when I asked you to do your best green screen jobs on this photo. So without further ado, here are some of the amazing things that you submitted. So there we go, another not list in the books, and a massive thank you all to you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this, and please let me know what else you'd like to see on These Things Suck, because who knows, I might even oblige you. Also, I hope that you're having a great Valentine's Day. Whether you're partnered up or single, it doesn't matter, as long as you remember the most important rule, and that is to love yourself. It's tough to do that sometimes, I know, but there's only one of you. You're in control of your own life, and you are a bloody ledge. Surround yourself with love wherever you can, and remember that with the help of friends, families, professionals in the support industry, there is no problem that you can't overcome. So in short, big love from me to you. And that's it. As always, I've been Jules, Retro J with a 0 over on Twitter if you want to go check it out. It really would mean a great deal to me. And there's two more things that I just want to say. One is the fact that yes, I'm going to plug my board game channel one more time, Live and Let's Dice. I don't know why I did the robot for that. But secondly, if you're wondering where you can get your hands on this stupid piece of merch, then we actually have a new shop tab that's opened up on the channel. It would be great if you would at least check it out. I'm not saying that you have to buy anything, but just remember anything you buy there gives a little cut back to the presenters as well. We don't ask for donations in any other way, so this is just my one bit of begging, I guess. Weird. Thought I worked hard for it, but never mind. As always, you have been awesome. Never forget that. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye.